But we back at it. So now we gotta talk about that main event, man. So again, if you're here watching right now, make sure y'all hit that like button. If you're on Twitter, make sure you retweet it, repost it. I'm sorry, I gotta learn a new lingo over X. Repost it, quote it with a repost so you can share it with somebody else. If you're on Facebook, hit that share button and that like button or the heart button, so that way we can get these numbers up, man. We working over here. Hold on, man. Okay, he back. So we can bring Ty back up before we get to, oh, he not. So when you get back, we're gonna add Ty, but we gotta talk about this fight, man. We got Canelo versus Charlo. So the first thing I noticed with Canelo is that whatever Rosetta Stone he's using, I need it. So that way I can brush up on my Spanish because his English got 10 times better. We've seen it in some of the Showtime All Accesses where they did the callback to 2012 when he was just learning how to say hamburger. So now he might be putting a hurting on Charlo because I'm not really feeling the way he coming off right now. And I ain't the best fan of Derrick James. He let me down. So off rip, we got to ask who you got winning, why, and if you say how, even if you want to give a how, because y'all right now, the boxing MVPs, y'all every time y'all say something that happened just like that. If it's not Ricky, it's you, Fast Camp. And if it's not you, Fast Camp, it's Ricky. So I'm going to bring Ty, but I'm going to start with you, Fast Camp, man. Who you got winning and why?
So fortunately, I think this will be another Canelo night. It is just going to happen like it happens. It probably will end up getting late. I think Charlo is going to come in fighting the wrong plan. And unfortunately, I'm seeing all the people tell him to do the wrong thing. I'm hearing people tell him fight like Bivol. But there's a problem with fighting like Bivol because it's like when you look at that fight that Canelo had with Bivol, it's like Canelo couldn't get around the guard. Charlo doesn't have that guard. Also, too, Charlo doesn't have the power in his jab to fend off. But the most important part is it was Bivol's defense. Charlo doesn't have that type of defense. I think if Charlo adapted a different style, fast camp style, that he could actually beat him. I think he makes that. I think he should make that Hagler Hearns from Bell One and go at him rather than because I don't think that he has the power, but the way that it seems like he's going to try to go after it, try to box him. You can't box Canelo. Everyone's not Mayweather, so you can't really box him. You know the way that you think you're gonna box him. All right, stick behind the jab. No, I think you need to bring the fight to him early, often, fast. You need to have trained for going 3 minutes of every round and get him early and really try to knock him out early or whatever. But I don't think he'll do that. I think he'll try to box Canelo. Canelo's going to walk him down. Eventually, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and pick 9th round.
Knockout or TKO?
I think it's a stoppage rather than he's going to knock him out. I think he's going to stop him. I think, Derrick James' team looking bloody over there. So I think it's going to be like one of those fights where Charlo is looking probably beat up the most he's ever been beat up, just kind of like Earl Spence was. I think it was just a shock to see Spence that way. I think we've seen Charlo look a little beat up, but not the way that I think is going to happen with Canelo because he's going to choose the wrong way to fight him.
Okay. Ty?
I got Canelo, but the reason I got Canelo is Charlo, he's been in the light middleweight for like I don't know how long, but he's been like the bigger man in that. And now he's going up to 168. He's still gonna be like a bigger man, but when he was in 154, he was taking punches because he knew he was a bigger man. So that was the type of fight he fought. He was like take punches because he's a bigger man, so he can take the punches. But now he's fighting against Canelo, who's the bigger man at 168 right now, who's the better fighter than he ever fought, who has more power than he ever had fought against. And so I think he's gonna try to do the little jab thing, like said, like Bivol fight, gonna try to do that. And I think he'll get knocked out because eventually Canelo's gonna get in there. He's gonna go duck under that jab. He's gonna hit him with a right hook, and then boom, lights out, 9th round. I think what saying. I think what Fast Champ is saying. I think he should attack like that because if he attack like that, he's gonna get knocked out easier. I think he should probably stay back and jab. I think he should do that, like try to fight from further away because he has the longer reach. So if he gets too close up to Canelo, he's gonna get knocked out probably 2nd, 3rd round. But if he stays away, he can at least last to the 9th, 10th round. But to me, like I said, I think Canelo gonna win. I think they should name this fight the end game because what you call himself the Iron Man, and I think the Iron Man gonna be done after this fight.
That's why that's your name?
Yeah.
All right. Makes sense. Okay, Ricky.
Yeah, of course I'm going with Canelo. You know, that's one of my top fighters. I think top of the temple, knockout, 4th. I don't got 9 rounds though, probably 4th, because I'm just saying mine because Charlo don't have the defense to compete. Like he gonna be taking a lot of hits, and only person I know who could take a lot of hits from Canelo like that was Triple G that I've seen. So I can't see him going the distance. I can't see him go the distance 9 rounds. I'm cutting him at 4. I'm cutting him at 4 unless Canelo want to make this an entertaining night. I'm cutting him at 4.
Man, that's funny because Tay said, Tay said he see the frustration and will settle in by round 5. And same thing, basically agreeing with you, Ricky, about the defense. Go ahead, fast.
Yeah, the defense, and so that's what I'm trying to say is that we know Canelo starts slow, and I think you force him. That's what I'm saying. That's the only bet. Like, I mean, if you go back and look at Hagler Hearns, like that round 1, Hagler came across that joint swinging with a big punch, and I think by the 4th punch thrown, Hearns end up getting caught, and then they were both getting caught in that first round. That's what I'm saying. Like, everyone agrees that the longer the fight goes, the more it's just raising the stock for Canelo to win, and also too by stoppage and knockout. That's what I'm saying. Like his only chance for me is to catch him and bring the pressure early. We know Canelo doesn't fight all 3 minutes, and we know he starts slow, so it's like you got to jump on him. But like when you're saying, jab and stay, that's only prolonging the inevitable, because if he sits there and try to jab him, you're just gonna get walked down. You eventually gonna get walked down. You giving him just more opportunity to walk you down, save energy. You're gonna do the jab, and the jab, what's the jab gonna do? The Bibble jab didn't even hurt him. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I mean, I get it, and that's the safe way. Go ahead and out there and try to box Canelo, but it's like that ain't gonna work. It's not gonna work now. So that's what my plan is. Like the best plan to do something. If you're gonna get knocked out on the 4th, or you're gonna knock him out, but we know that if that thing go past 6 rounds, you're done. That's just the way I see it. But go ahead.
Fast Camp. One thing about your way though that I can't see happen. Charlo's too prone to mistakes.
He is
too much prone to mistakes, and what Canelo capitalizes on those mistakes every time. And I can see that overhand. I can see that over. It will happen early because he be making drastic mistakes. I can see Harrison fight in my head right now.
Yep, he's swinging all wild.
You get what I'm saying? I can see Harrison fight vividly in my head right now. 1 and 2.
At Canelo at 54, how many dudes that we knew Canelo was going to beat had success on him early? Think about it. Like, think about the fight. Think about the Amir Khan fight.
You gotta give me okay.
Think about Amir Khan was winning until he slowed down. Amir Khan fought the perfect fight. I challenge you guys to go back and watch that. The first 4 rounds, he was sticking, he was moving, and them punches was too fast. Then he slowed down because he almost did a Zabju to Costa Zoo. He slowed down and we're like, oh, okay. He can't touch me. And then he planted, and then that's when he got knocked out. But if you bring that pace to Canelo, that disrupts him. Go back and watch that. We talk about it in the chat, so we talk about it coming back. Go back and watch that Amir Khan fight, and then go back and watch a lot of the fights where like we knew he was gonna lose. Who's that? Josecito Lopez. When he fought Josecito Lopez early, he was getting caught, getting tagged. Now you go and you put the best thing Charlo has is his power. It's not his jab. You know what I'm saying? He knocks people out. So you go force that action because you know what I'm saying, the longer the fight goes on, you're gonna lose. You know what I'm saying? Either he's gonna retreat, you know what I'm saying, and just try to get a decision, or he's gonna get knocked out. So I'm saying, I get what you're saying. Like it's an uphill battle, but I think that his best chance at beating him is that, because his best chance at beating him is not boxing him or jabbing him. We'll all agree that if he boxes and jab, it's Canelo in the ninth. Yeah. It's Canelo in the ninth. So it's like, so now what do you do? Knowing that stack, what do? You go for the kill. You go for the kill early.
But I don't think
I would do.
How we're gonna translate though?
Huh?
Yeah, I don't think it's probably gonna translate. That's why.
That's his only option. Because
that's why I'm getting at.
Yeah, his only option is the power. We don't think he can outbox him, right?
Nah.
Only option is so. How does if the cards stacked up right? How can Charlo beat him? Not by boxing. Take that off the table. What's left?
Run out the ring.
Man,
Ty.
Yeah, Ty. Hey, look. But it's boxing. Everybody can get caught.
Yeah, but going off of how you saying it, and just you know what? If you would have never said the two names, and you just talking about the style in which this fight is being presented, I'm hearing Spence Crawford.
It basically is, in the way
I'm hearing that because you saying like if he go out there and he don't attack early, let's say he do hit Canelo with his strongest punch, and Canelo look at it like how Crawford did Spence.
And it's gonna keep be doing it, but that's not the same though, because Crawford never really touched. Spence never really touched him early. I'm saying bring the fight. Go back and watch Hagler Hearns. Bring that fight.
All right, listen, but he's not Hagler.
He like flagged it. No, hold on. Right. Spence touched him, but it didn't hurt. That's why it didn't look like he touched
flesh early. The fleshest punch I saw him hit was the one where he hit him flesh, and then Crawford came back with the uppercut and knocked him down. That's the only real flesh.
2 or 3.
Yeah, that was second round. That was second round.
Yeah, second round. Yeah.
So
that sound like the same thing.
But no, I'm talking about when Crawford did it.
No, but I'm talking about if let's say Charlo go out there and he hit Canelo with one of those in this early second round, and Canelo's like, "Oh, that's all you got."
No, do it the first, the second, and the third. Because like I'm saying, I get
going to sleep in third. Then
it doesn't. It's not the best thing for him. But all right. So for y'all to understand what I'm saying is that then what's his option?
All right,
run out the ring.
I know you think he's trolling, but yeah, he just gotta leave it.
I got his best option. He got to go to boxing, even though we say he can't do the boxing to win, but that's his best bet to create opportunity to go further rounds. And then honestly, be said, the only way he gonna beat this man is by points.
Well, no one believes he'll beat him by points, or
because he's not a point man.
Right. You see what I'm saying? And he'll lose the points because the Tony Harrison fight.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? He'll lose the point. He's not that type of. He really a boxer puncher. He's not a boxer. He's not Caleb Plant. You know what I'm saying?
No.
So Caleb Plant is a better boxer, but when you box, you fuel him for hitting me with that little jab stuff. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, watch Canelo Khan and watch Hagler Hearns, and so you can understand what I'm saying is that it's a shot in the dark.
And I understand what you're saying, but I just
he's still advanced. He's still like at more advanced than that though, than them fights that you called out right now though. He's way advanced than that.
Yeah, he's advanced, but like I said, I'm looking at the only option as a coach. I'm looking at the only option that you have. You're gonna sit up in here and you're gonna walk to your tune in the 9th round, or you're gonna sit up in here and get knocked out, or you're gonna sit up in here and have a play, or we just here for the check or whatever. And that's what I'm saying. Go bring the fight to this dude. If you're gonna get knocked out in the 9th, you might as well get knocked out in the 4th.
All right, there we go. I said now you got me. Now you got
me. Like, go do it then. Go do it. Like, go get to it or whatever. But at least you're gonna go out swinging. You're gonna go out on your shield, you know, your shield or whatever. But it's like that. That's really what I'm saying. It's no option. It's like it's fighting fire with firepower, power with Canelo. You're gonna lose. But what happens if you throw him early and often and you get him cold? Like everyone thought Ryan would do. Hey, let Ryan throw that quick 1, 2, 3 early, he might get him. So it's like, but he you know what I'm saying, he really didn't implement it fully. He tried to, you know what I'm saying, box with her. That's all that I'm saying is that, like, bring the fight to him early. You know what I'm saying? And it is what it is. If you're gonna get knocked out in the 9th, you're gonna get knocked out in the 4th. So be about your business. The check don't change.
Yeah.
It is.
Nah, the only thing that's gonna
Yeah.
change is them comments. That's the only thing.
Yeah.
And it's
That's
best,
the only thing.
it's best to take that L from somebody that's at the top.
Right.
So
He ain't gonna lose.
his career is still good, regardless how it goes.
Still got 3 belts.
And he can
Well,
still
no,
go back
hold on.
to his
Hold on.
class and fight Zoo and still be still the
Undisputed.
We get that Crawford going. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hold on. He can. You were speaking from a coach's perspective. Derek James can't take no L.
Nah,
he can't take another one.
Yeah.
Nah, he
Because
can't.
people already looking at him funny. And
Oh,
again,
you see what's in his corner, right? Guzman. That's why I don't like it. Because Guzman is going to teach him how to box. That's why I don't like it.
Because you say, oh, so now Derek James got a little excuse.
He might say, oh, you know what? Depending on how he this fight, he might say, you know what, I'm going with Guzman.
I mean, going off of the, like, again, casual fan wise, going off of the all access, I think Guzman's the better trainer. It's just a language barrier there. They got more chemistry versus what him and Derek James got. It seemed like he was just getting Derek James because he won trainer of the year. And he was just trying to go run under that limelight with Spence. And now it's looking like you might be the best fighter that he got right now. I mean, we'll see what Garcia got when he bounced back. But so how this fight goes, like, that'll be cool for Charlo. But Derek James, if that fight get ugly and he get knocked out in the 4th, and it looks like what I was just talking about, how a Spence fight went, people gonna be like, bro, you really ain't. They was already questioning him after the Spence, so they really gonna be like, all right, this is 2 fights. Trainer of the year, really?
Have y'all ever seen a fight? Y'all seen this fight on YouTube?
Who?
Derek James? Yeah.
Nah.
I seen one fight and it looked identical to how he trained his fighters.
And even just the setup. He was training Charlo in the middle of him getting Spence ready. It's like, see, the focus is not even there. Like, this is one of the biggest fights in Spence's career, yet you took time in between the breaks to train somebody else.
That's how the downfall happens. It's like, oh, you ain't got time now. That, so many fighters lose that, and they lose their bread and butter, their number ones. You can go back and see it. Like, because think about, he not only is he training a lot of contenders, he's training like high profile. He's training high profile heavyweight. He's training a high profile social media fighter. He's training Spence. He's trained that involves pay-per-view stuff. Like he pay-per-view stacked.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, I can see that. Then now you coming off a loss. We don't know what Spence is doing. Is he leaving or not? We heard the rumblings or whatever. We don't know. You take Charlo, unstable dude like Charlo, take a loss, a bad loss, and you make decisions quick. Oh no, you realize, dang, like I was fighting, you know what I'm saying, or I was training, like you said, with in